Lockdowns or not, gaming is a great industry to be in. Rain, snow, or shine, gamers gonna game. And if you do choose to buy Corsair Gaming, you must believe this industry is gonna continue to grow. Here you can see that despite the demand spike we saw in 2020 and 2021, the PC gaming industry is destined to continue growing over the coming years. On Corsair's website, we can see their product offerings. They primarily sell gaming hardware and peripherals. Hardware being things like RAM, power supplies, fully built computers, and everything in between. Peripherals are going to be your keyboards, mice, and so on. Personally, I own their Elgato Wave 3 microphone. That's what I'm speaking into right now. I also recently built a PC, and I used their power supply and PC case to assist me in that build. Overall, they build high-quality, well-respected products. Here I'm on Fidelity's website on the Key Statistics tab for Corsair Gaming, and you can see that the market cap for Corsair is $2 billion. They are a positive EPS or positive net income company and do revenues of $1.9 billion. On the valuation page, we can see that Corsair Gaming has a 1.02 price to sales ratio, so incredibly low there. They've got a forward PE of 14.7, their current year estimate is 17.4, and a trailing PE of 18.1. The fact that this number is getting lower shows that Corsair is increasing its profitability, and we'll be getting more into valuation in just a minute. Finally, over here on the cash and debt page, we see that the current ratio is 1.5. This is a very solid number and shows that Corsair is going to have no issues meeting their financial obligations over the next year. And because this is a positive free cash flow and positive net income company with a relatively high degree of stability, it's a very safe company. Over on this website, I've got the income statement information pulled up for Corsair, and we're going to look at some trend data. So you can see the revenue growth has been consistent and impressive over the years for Corsair. This most recent year posted 2020 had a 55.2% increase in revenue. And while this is incredibly impressive, there was a pull forward in demand. There were many people upgrading their PCs because of everything that went on in 2020, so we can't expect that level of revenue growth to continue in the future. However, this is very much a growing business in a growing industry. We can see gross profit consistently increasing and gross profit margin generally increasing as well. Because this is a hardware company, you're not going to see gross profit and operating profit margins be as high as you would for, say, a software company. Moving on down to net income, we can see that Corsair is now very much a profitable company, and it will remain a profitable company going forward. Like I mentioned a moment ago that we would do, let's take a closer look at Corsair's valuation. To begin, let's give it some context. Over here on Yahoo Finance, we can see that the revenue growth estimate for 2022 is 6.5%. As I mentioned before, this number has been dragged down due to that pull forward in demand, but after 2022, it's very possible we could see continued double-digit revenue growth. If we compare Corsair's revenue growth to its sector, we'll see comparatively that Corsair does incredibly well. The computers and peripherals industry has grown 4.06% compounded over the last 5 years and is expected to grow at 3.97% going forward. Corsair Gaming's revenue growth will be higher than this number. Now let's look at some Corsair price multiples. Corsair's enterprise value to EBITDA right now is 11.4. Now looking at the EV to EBITDA multiple by industry, we can see that the computers and peripherals comes in at 24.76. So Corsair is cheaper on an EV to EBITDA basis compared to its peers. If you're more of a PE ratio type person, we saw earlier on the Fidelity website that the forward PE was 14.7. If we compare that to the PE ratios for the computers and peripherals industry, that number for forward PE is 30.14. Furthermore, whether you value Corsair Gaming with price to earnings or EV to EBITDA, Corsair is underpriced. It's growing faster than its peers and has a better valuation. Add to that the fact that Corsair is innovating and adding many new products over time, so it's entirely possible that Corsair returns to double-digit revenue growth in 2023 and beyond. Even in turbulent markets, it makes sense to own a gaming company like Corsair. Lockdowns or not, people are going to continue gaming and need to upgrade their gear. As you can see here, Corsair's stock price is way down. However, if you look past all this short-term nonsense going on with the stock price, you'll see that the company is very strong, and these prices don't make any sense. It's an absolute joke. Corsair should never be in the low 20s. Even though Corsair is a large position for me, I'm seizing this opportunity and will be buying more of this company. In addition to analyzing the underlying business, there are two other bonus topics worth discussing. The first is short interest. And while I don't think it's a good idea to ever make stock purchase decisions based on the fact that it has a high short interest, that is the case here with Corsair Gaming. And while a short squeeze is probably still unlikely, it's definitely within the realm of possibility. Second, the company EagleTree, who helped Corsair go public via SPAC, still owns the majority of the company. As of September 30, 2020, they owned 76%, and as of September 30, 2021, they owned 57.5%. It's important to realize that as this majority stakeholder slowly sells out of their position, it's going to apply a lot of selling pressure to the stock price, which will bring it down. Now, as long-term investors of this company, this should not be a significant issue for us. In fact, it should allow us to be happy to buy additional shares at these lower prices. With that said, guys, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and consider subscribing. Until that next one, peace.